I'm introducing you to the second sun salutation. Exhale into a namaste or prayer pose. Inhale, arms on the sides and up, arms over the head until they touch. Exhale, hands forward down into Uttanasana press with the hands on the floor or behind the legs. Beautiful. Inhale, flat back into a variation, neck is long. Exhale, hands flat or behind the legs. Beautiful. Now, inhale, bring the right leg straight back inside the red bag. So here, these red bags is to guide the student according to their height to place the toes inside the red bags. So she doesn't overextend the leg or collapse on the hip. And that way, the left knee is over the heel, use your fingertips on the floor so you can look forward. And you're dropping the hip a little bit so the right leg is nice and straight. Then, you ground the hands and move the left foot back on top of the other red bags. So now her body is in line. So here, this is called the plank or Santolanasana. This is where we measure the distance between the feet and the hands for a proper downward facing dog. That will be her downward facing dog. So these are the principles that we use to use the mat according to your body height. If you're small, you will need 8 inches smaller than the large size. If you're medium, 4 inches smaller than the large size. In this case, she is large. So the distance between the feet and the hands is somewhere around 72 inches, the size of the mat. Go back into a plank. Now here we go into plank, the tailbone tuck in. Now you're going to be shooting the heels to the back. This is called from the hips to the feet. This is called descending energy. Using descending energy, bring the knees on the floor, the chest and the chin, arching your back. So you start arching your back to release tension in the lumbar area. Without moving the knees, bring the pelvis on the floor and bring the hands about 2-3 inches off the ground as you look forward with the toes pointing back. And then you ground the hands flat again next to the first line into a downward facing dog. Here, the toes are in line, and then you start creating one line between the hip, the shoulder, and the wrist. One nice, straight, beautiful line. So in that way, the spinal cord is nice and straight, and the shoulder roll out away from the ears. Then, if you use the fingertips to the floor properly, you start using the muscles behind the body that allow the heels to go to the ground, because the muscles of the back are directly connected with the heels of the feet. Then the toes are in line next to the third line, inside the red boxes, with the heels to the floor. At the beginning of your practice, your heels will not touch the floor. No big deal. Your beginning is you're going to keep the heels up, and as you release tension in your hamstring and in your calf and in your back, the heels with time start touching the floor. But of course, it requires commitment and discipline to develop this practice. This is called Adho Mukha Svanasana or a downward facing dog. You breathe in here comfortable, using the 10 fingers and pressing the heels to the ground as you lift the sit bones. Now, move the right foot next to the right fingertips in front. Look forward. Make sure that the right knee is always over the heel. Don't let the knee move forward. In this case, don't do that, because then you're collapsing on the hips, on the groin, and you're overextending on the left groin. And then they're overextending on the right knee. Keep the knee always on top of the heel. Use your fingertips, bring the right leg straight. Why do you want to use the right leg straight? Because the bone don't get tired, but the muscle does. So if you want to develop a healthy practice with long muscle that is not bulky, make sure that you always use the bone. So leg straight, so joint, joint, and joint are totally in one straight line. Use your fingertips stable to the floor, and as you exhale, left foot to the front. Uttanasana press. Exhale, exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, arms on the sides and up, arms over the head so they touch. Exhale into a namaste prayer pose. And then we do the left side. Let's take a look at the left side. Inhale, hands on the sides and up, arms touch. Exhale, hands forward down into Uttanasana press, hands on the floor or behind the legs. Inhale, flat back into a variation, neck is long. Exhale, hands flat or behind the legs. Beautiful. Move the left foot straight to the back, inside the red bags. She already knows visually where to place the foot. So if the left foot is in the right location, there is no risk of hurting the groin or collapsing on the back left knee. Or maybe finding the position much difficult. Let's say if she did not have these lines on the mat, her left foot will be all the way back. Move the left foot back. And then she will be collapsing on the pelvic floor. And that will be not good to give her support. Or she's only using the right heel, but she's not using the ball of the foot. Or let's say that she doesn't have the lines in the mat, and then she doesn't move the left foot far enough. Move the left toes here. Now, she's not really stretching on the groin and in the hip, on the iliopsoas on the left side, because the feet is too close to each other. With this mat, she can place the left foot exactly where it's supposed to be according to her body height. And then the left leg is straight back, and she's stretching perfectly and safely in her own body. Move the right foot back into a plank, shooting the heels to the back. Use the 10 fingers as much as you can. And then bring the knees on the floor, the chest and the chin, and lifting the tailbone as you arch the back. Without moving the knees, baby cobra, bhujangasana, top of the feet on the ground with the toes pointing back. Exhale back to a downward facing dog. Beautiful. The toes are in line. The spinal cord is one straight line. We want the spinal cord to be straight. At the beginning of your practice, you might have like a bulky spine like this, round the back. That's very normal. But if you have the right alignment, with time, this is going to go lower, lower, lower until it disappears. So you release all the tension accumulated in the back from probably too much sitting. Spinal cord is straight. Inhale, move the left foot next to the left fingertips. Look forward. Left leg is straight. Use your fingertips on the floor. Exhale, right foot to the front. Uttanasana, exhale, exhale, exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, arms on the sides and up, palms over the head until they touch. Exhale into a namaste, prayer position. Excellent. So that will be the second sun salutation. I hope you have a good visual of it, and I hope it can help you to develop a healthy practice.